Hi guys, so I wanted to quickly film how to address the impulse control. The best ways, as you can see, the best ways to teach impulse control is through play disengagement and leave it. So traditional models of leave it, where you toss something, you tell her to leave it, and you step in front of it. She's fast though, as I'm sure you already know. She is super fast, and that impulse is a game of who can get it to it first. That's where I'd recommend something like play disengagement. So play disengagement is triggering the prey drive, it's triggering bonding, it's triggering, hey, we're getting that excess energy and zoomy crazy dog, but we're also teaching her a pause command. So it's not that play is stopping forever, it's just pause, what are we doing next? And then we can go back into play. It's a good way to teach manners, it's a good way to teach self-regulation and for herself to learn how to handle it, but it also is teaching impulse when we're on place, when we're on leave it, stuff like that. So first you want to do is find a toy that she really likes, as you can see here, and then you're going to purposely get her crazy. Now you can set the term limits of what crazy is. Is it growling? Is it jumping? Is it, body checking furniture? You can decide what your tolerance is. Personally, mine is teeth on skin. And usually like making furniture slide. I have medium to small little guys, so generally we don't body slam, except like a couch ottoman, and when that starts going, then it's like, okay, it's too much. So you get to decide what your tolerance level is, your expectation level is. So we're playing, oh my goodness, so big and scary, and then I'm going to stop, I'm going to anchor myself, and I will say, Willow, and this is where you can just use her name, sit. Yes, good girl. The moment she sits and looks, she immediately gets the toy back, and then she can play. Yeah, that's a good girl. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yes, yes. Oh, can you sit? Yes. Sitting and looking is the default expectation. So if we're changing gears, if we're doing something else, if something is whatever it is, this is the default. You can also hold the toy. So I'll try filming it next week for you so you can see her perspective, but I want you to hold a toy. Come here. Get her interested. Hold it off to the side. She's going to sit because she knows this, but you're going to wait for the eye contact. Now here you're not going to make any noises. You can, after about 30 seconds, do a yes! I don't want you to call her name. I don't want you to use a look command. I don't want you to do anything like that. If you're going to make anything, make it a like whistle, click, something along those lines to help with, sorry. When you work with her on this, I don't want you to use her name after that first initial time. When you do this with her, I want you to really focus on only saying her name once and then waiting 30 to 40 seconds. Let her process it. Now, we as humans struggle, really struggle with like, oh God, it's forever. We want dogs to do it now. And allowing her to have processing time is going to help her understand the expectation. I can wait. It's kind of like if you have kids or have ever seen kids, it's like, okay, I can wait forever until you're chill. Now, I would probably recommend, especially with Miss Chompers here, to use something larger like a tug rope, because then you can really get her crazy and exciting and keep her hands safe. So when she's crazy, Willow, yes, good girl, yeah, oh my goodness, that's a good girl, yeah, oh my gosh, Willow, sit, yes! Notice how she was standing and looking at me, but she wasn't sitting. I marked it with a negative marker, that's not what we're doing. And then I took a breath. Okay, I'll wait for you. And when she sat, which was a very like, fine, I guess I'll do it. Then the toy got to be thrown and she got to have her victory lap of, hey, I've got it. I'm okay with you letting your dog steal the toy from you in play. As long as you're okay with it, like you're not actively asking them for their name or for a leave it or stuff like that. It can truly be like, oh no, you got it away from me. That's okay. I'm okay with that. You don't always have to win in the game of tug. I let the dogs win. But I'm a good girl. Yes. But when we work on that pause, using her name, and then what's going to happen is when her mouth is on this, when we tell her Willow, she's gonna go, I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about it. What if I do here? And I say, and she's like, okay, what about right here? Or what about right here? Can I nibble this with my teeth? And when you just wait her out, she's like, oh, fine. They always try to get their whole mouth on it, and then they're gonna push the boundaries. She is definitely that type of dog that's gonna be like, well, you said leave it here, but you didn't say leave it here. What about this spot over here? This is where I say enjoy the teenager phase, enjoy how smart they are, how are they gonna figure out your loopholes, because that's gonna tell you how she processes things. That's how you're gonna tell, like, you're kind of this type of dog. Ooh, this is what your cognitive skills are like. But it's also really frustrating as an owner. Please, let me be the first one to tell you that you have permission to not like your dog in teenager phase. You're gonna always love them, there's no question about that. But this behavior is obnoxious and rude. And honestly, at the end of the day, when you're like trying to go to bed or trying not to think, it's like, I don't wanna play. And they're like, watch what I can do, and body check you or steal a shoe or things like that. This is a tough age. But doing little things like this, honestly, do 5 minutes of play disengagement, and it can be, tug, 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 Willow, sit, yes, in quick repetition, yeah, that's a good girl, oh my goodness, whoa, that's a good girl, Willow, yes, good girl, oh my goodness, look at that, oh my goodness, Willow, sit, sit, yes, okay, it wasn't quite a sit, but I'll take it, that's a good girl, if you do that 5 minutes, her brain is going to be engaged when you do the play, so it's not just the physical, it's also the mental. That's what she needs. She needs to be doing math homework while you're working with her. Yes. Yes, good girl. Now, just until now, she hasn't had a treat. So her reward has been play. Her reward has been your engagement. That's why I love play disengagement, because it really teaches them, like, she is sitting and looking at me far more often because she's like, what's next? Hey, I like this. What's next? What are we doing? Good girl. And whether it's calm, which she's liking, but she's like, come on, we're playing. Whether it's treats, whether it's toys, the treats for her are a higher value. She is willing to work for just about anything for a treat. Yes. But she also loves toys. She loves the flirt pool. She loves you too. Your attention and, who's a good girl? Yeah! You get more of the wiggly puppy when you use those goofy voices. Try this a couple times at home when you do play. You're gonna see a difference when you say, Willow, because she's gonna be like, what? Now this ties into name game. Now I haven't sent a video about name game, so I do apologize. Name game is where you're gonna call her name. She's gonna come and sit in front of you, and then you walk away. So if I go, Willow, yes, and then I walk away. And I'm gonna do it again, and Willow, yes. That's all you have to do for name game. We're making and loading her name as a command, which is basically leave it, come, sit, and focus, all in Willow. Yes, good girl. But focus on these two things right now. As we progress, we're going to talk about leave it and how to pair things and stack them like Legos. But do these two things in response to the impulse control. You'll notice a huge difference with her.